Mhm. What's up, guys? We got here.
Austin, you're looking hella nice.
Hey, I know I trimmed it a little bit. Got the military training coming up soon, you know.
You're
I don't know if you took the trade, but I just looked at EuroCAD and it went up.
Yeah, you're a kid. I probably made 30, $40 this morning on it. So
Yeah.
you were on last night with me, right? When we took the Sensei strategy trade.
Yeah. I actually didn't take the trade, but
So
I had looked at it because I was looking at I think GPP or one of
yeah,
those.
let me
And I
get off
looked
my.
at it, I was like, oh shoot.
So I learned something last night big. The Sensei strategy is insanely accurate. It hits like every time I do it. It still is hit 100% of the times. The only time I've lost is when the trade still hits itself, and the only time I lose is when I mess with parameters or I enter at a goofy time or try to take too much profit
Mm.
and stuff like that, right? So last night I moved my stop loss. I don't know why. I don't know if you remember me saying that.
Yeah.
The stop loss just looked big to me. But sometimes the market needs that room, and I moved my stop loss and I woke up with negative, right? I lost the trade. And then it literally wicked my stop loss and then did our entire movement that I said that it would do last night, moved the entire 190, 220 pips. Um, so the Sensei strategy works. I just messed with the parameters and a little bit too much. Like I'll show you guys, I still have it on my chart. So I'll show you guys that after I go through the strategy. Is there anyone new on here that wasn't on last night? Still does not completely know. Yeah, okay, cool. I'm gonna give it just a few more minutes, see if other people are gonna drop on. I think we got enough though. I'm gonna go ahead and start, especially because the mentor call lasted a little bit longer than we anticipated. So right off the bat, thank you guys for getting on. I'm going to start off with talking about the harmonic scanner because that is the most important tool. It's the platform that we use. So I'm going to go ahead and log into that. And the Sensei strategy is all about. I can't even reach that up there. The Sensei strategy itself is all about momentum, right? So it's all about not catching any drawdown, and really catching the trade in its swing, either up or down. So that's why when I look for entries and stuff, I usually look for a lot of pips. So I have it saved over here. You guys, I'll drop a video in the chat at the end of this. It's about an hour long, and he just goes through how to set it up, and then you save it here, and I just open it up every time I get in. And then it has all my confirmations for me down here, all of my indicators, right? I'm just gonna move. Okay, I see very well with all you guys on there. So here's all your indicators, right? And actually, you don't even need to know what all of them are specifically, right? But we're gonna go just look for a quick setup. I run through all of these, just the newer scans, check for how much room it has at the time. Yeah, so this one would actually be good if we wait around as 100 pips of movement before the first take profit, which is good. It uses different candles. So we use the Hakanashi candles for this strategy instead of the regular candles. As you can see, they're a little different. Again, they're momentum candles. So if the momentum is still bullish, it'll be blue, and if it's bearish, it'll be red, which is why we use them. Well, here we go. So first thing you want to do is you want to look for setups, obviously new setups with a harmonic scan that still have 15 pips of room. You don't want to take this trade if there's not 15 pips of room. So when you look, we'll draw one right here. And if, let's change the color real quick. Let's say when all these indicators cross, which I'll show you, right? Once, if price is down here, by the time your last indication goes for the trade, yeah, you could have sold it and made money, right? But that's not the Sensei strategy. The Sensei strategy is like 95% successful. So you can go the harmonic scan, absolutely. I actually started placing, let's say I'm selling this because it's the harmonic scan. I would place a sell and I would ride it probably till TP2. I would just do a lower lot size. And then once all the confirmations cross, that's when I would kind of leverage a little higher and actually do the Sensei strategy, right? So you'd be missing a bunch of pips here. Let's say they all cross. You don't want to take it if price is already down here because there's only 20 pips of room, right? So there's like 15 to 20 pips, it's just not safe because this is a rejection point, right? All the take profits are rejection points in the market. So you want to steer clear of those. So this one's valid actually. Got enough room. So now I'll start to show you like the confirmations. These are all like the MFI, RSI, the momentum, DMI, the MACDs. These are all based off of momentum. You place, every time you come in here, you're gonna have to place a line here, which I'll show you how to do. I just call it my little 20 line. And this is just a point where you want to see the price either go above or below. So we're gonna be in a sell, right? So in a sell, you want the red to be above the 20 line, okay? And you want this black line, which represents momentum, to be high. So if you're looking for a buy, I want you guys to look in this part right here. Well, there we go. So that's close. So this buy area right here, right? So I want you guys to also look down here now. And you see how it went from here all the way here. It bought up really nice, right? Now, if we look at all these confirmations, I'm going to show you what we're looking for. So at this same point, when this went up, I'll draw some lines so you guys can see it. This is what I do when I actually trade this too. Put little fuchsia lines in here, and then you can match up where you enter. So right here, the turquoise, there's a turquoise moving average in there. And we want, there we go, there it is. So once this crosses the red, either up or down, that's when, that's a big indication on when it's good to enter the trade. So on this candle right here, it's the first one that crossed. Now we're looking for, if we're looking for a buy right here, right? Ignore what's going on currently. We're looking for a buy here. We are looking for all three of these momentums to be above the dashed line. So this dashed line indicates the split between buyer's territory, top, and seller's territory. You guys mute yourself real quick.
Yeah, Austin, can you mute them?
I don't even know how, if I'm being completely honest.
You just click on it and just press mute.
I'll just click on there. I got you. Cool. Thanks, guys. So that's the first indicator. Is you're looking for the turquoise to cross the red, right? So you're going to place your fuchsia line there. You're looking for all three of these momentums to be in buyer's territory because at this point we'd be looking for a buy. So when that first happens, be right there. You're looking for the blue or buyers to be above our 20 line, right? And you're looking for there to be high momentum. So when this first starts to happen, it's also right here. You're looking for these two to be above. I can't even see everything at it. One second, guys. I'm just trying to find those so we can mute them. I don't know if it's just feedback or, but I'm going to continue. So you're looking for these two MACDs to go above as well. So you're going to look here, and this is where this first happens, right? So these ones are actually kind of your last confirmation usually. You see how everything happens and everything works out, but this one hasn't crossed for you. If you're over here, it's technically not a valid trade yet. You could probably, and the next candle right here. So you'd have to wait until both of these, all four of these happen at the same time, right? 1 second. Can I just mute all? There we go. There, I figured it out. All right. So you're looking for these confirmations, right? You're looking for the turquoise to cross. You're looking for the three averages to be above into buyer's territory. Looking for blue to be above with the momentum also high. And then you're also looking for the MACDs, which are all about moving averages and stuff, to be above in buyer's territory too. These will most likely always be the last confirmation, okay? So these two already happened, but these two, if you look at all my fuchsia lines as well, my vertical lines, they're all matched up to one candle. That's how it works, right? So this is when you're going to find that point to buy. So because these two, the top and the bottom confirmations, indicators, were later than these two, you're going to move these over. You're going to make sure that within these two that you just moved, that all of the indications within that window are still valid, which they are. The blue is still above. The momentum's high. This now matches up. All three momentums are above. And now turquoise has crossed, right? So we are going to get into a buy right here. As soon as this happens, we're getting a buy. Wherever price is at, we're getting into a buy. And it went for 274 pips, right? There was one last night that we did. It went for 230 pips. A big thing that I actually learned last night was when we trade this, even though price, we're going to go to current price now. So just make sure you make note of that. Now, we're still using this stop loss, right? Even though we're not catching it right at the entry, because of the pattern and because of the setup, we're still going to use this stop loss because we don't want to get wicked out if we move our stop loss and then for it to make its move. Because that happened to me last night. Some of you guys know. I've already talked to you guys about that. But so let's move over here to current price. And now we're going to watch for it. So we are looking for, again, now we're looking for the sell, right? So we're looking for the turquoise to come back below the red, looking to have all three momentums below until seller's territory. And you're looking for red to now come above the 20 line because red now owns, right? Red's taking control of this window. And then momentum's going to come back up. And you can always back test this and match it up like I just did with the buy. If you look at my vertical line that I have right now and look down at all these, all of it's above, it's all going up, right? Come here, the momentum super high, buyer's territory all the way through. It comes above into buyer's territory and it holds strong the entire way through. Same thing here with the sell, even this little one, seller's territory right here. Seller's territory, momentum high, seller's territory. It all has to match up. And when it matches up, it's going to secure you. It literally like secures the trade, guys. I don't know how else to say it. I made 100% of my account with 2 entries in 3 hours. It just was in my phone. I was working an 18-hour day, and halfway through my day, I checked my phone and literally doubled my account. So I'm definitely going to become more disciplined and try to like find more setups for this. So I would honestly say there's no negatives from the strategy so far. I'm learning a little bit. Like I said last night, I had a negative just because, well, learning experience, I'll say, because I moved my stop loss. You don't want to mess with parameters. I'm glad I learned that last night so we can go forward and know that. But the only thing I'm finding is that I'm not finding a whole lot of setups. I'm not, within the last 2 days I have, I think Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday-ish, Monday, Tuesday definitely are a little stronger for these setups because you need some room. That's all. Like you can't be like scalping 15, 20, 25 pip take profits for the first take profit because you're not going to give it room to gather these confirmations, these indicators that you need. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, this can drop down back to here, and if it continues to drop down to maybe this point here, I'll mark it. And it's going to continue in the sell. Once it hits this point, all these indicators will most likely be in the areas I need them to be, and we'll probably be lined up and we'll be able to sell. But with that said, we just lost 38, 40 pips that we could have had on the sell, right? Which I mean, you can look at it one of two ways. This whole strategy is about momentum, so we have to wait for that move for all of these to line up. But 100%, I would say take the scan trade for sure. On a lower lot size, watch for the sensei, have the sensei strategy set up. Definitely pick setups that have room that you definitely have room to play with, and then go ahead and enter again when all of these confirm on a higher lot size, because this thing, I swear, every one I've done so far is hit, and you can test it back the entire way, and it goes, and it at least goes. I think in the training that I watched for it for me actually to set this up, which I'll send to you guys as well. I think he was talking about 15 pips, but he was just saying I think 15 pips of room so you don't enter the trade for like no reason. But I mean, it breaks through take profits for sure. If it's beyond the take profit and it's got room, let's say the price is down here right now, and let's say it does a little retest or something, right? It's down here. It's still got now 70, 80 pips to the next take profit. And then the next take profit breaks down. I mean, re-enter it at 130 pips of room. As long as the trade is still valid, so go off the harmonic trade, the harmonic scan from the entry, the stop loss, and then the take profits, and secure your indicators on wherever current price is at, as long as it's got 15 pips of room. See, I don't take it unless it's 25, 30, but as long as it's 15 pips of room, it's valid to enter. So, yeah, my phone's going off right now. Let me open this up real quick. That's literally it, guys. It's super simple. Setting it up is the hardest part, and then it's like anything though. I mean, if you want it to come easy and if you want it to be valuable to you, you kind of got to put in the work to begin with, and the work on this side is just getting all this stuff set up. He's very articulate in the video. Shows you everything that you need to know, and you can, like I said, you can go ahead and save it right here in your window. So it's super beneficial. But I'm gonna unmute you guys. Or can you guys unmute yourselves? Someone unmute yourself.
I have a quick question.
Yeah. This is Q&A time right now, and then maybe we'll jump into something else if we need to. What's up?
Okay, can you confirm from each section which lines do we have to make sure we're looking at for them to cross in order to get in the trade?
Okay. So
in
each window?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's what you use this little vertical line for, right? So if we're looking for a sell, we want all three of these lines, the green, the fuchsia, and the red. We want all three of them in seller's territory in the bottom, right? So because they haven't crossed yet, I'm not going to be confirmed here yet, right? Now, if we were in a buy, right? Let's say we were in a buy back here. Tell me if you're following me, right? So we're in a buy. I would place mine here because I see that all three of them are now in buyer's territory. See how that last one crossed? It's in buyer's territory now.
Yeah.
So that's what we're looking for in this window. We're looking for all three to be in the territory that we are looking for the setup. So if it's going to be a sell, we want all three of those to be underneath the dashed line. If it's a buy, we want all three of them to be above the dashed line. And once that happens, this window is now confirmed for your trade, right? And it's making its move right now, probably. I don't know. It's like midday though. It's 4 o'clock. I don't know. GBP, JPY. I don't know. I mean, it's kind of a volatile pair though. So it may move come 6 o'clock or yeah, it may make its move. You never know. It may wait till London. But when it starts moving, we'll know because we have these indicators. So when all three of these move below, I'm going to place this here and then we'll go ahead and look for the other one. This one, we're looking for a sell now, right? So we're going to be looking for the red to come above and kind of take control of this window. And as it comes above, momentum will also start to rise with it. And that's what we're looking for there. And then we're looking for.
So it's the red line, not the blue line.
Yep, the red is sellers, the blue is buyers. We're looking for it to come above this line. That's kind of the only confusing part, right? Because in this one, these are all momentum. So we're looking for all momentum to be low in seller's territory to sell. Now with this one, we're looking for, this is momentum like in the market, like who has momentum in the market. So red being high is good because that's a sell. Blue being high would be good if we were in a buy, but we're looking for a sell. So we want blue to be low like this right here. This is perfect right here. And this would be perfect for a buy, this one. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And then it's the same thing down here. Sometimes the windows get skewed a little bit. As you guys can see, like if you're zoomed in, you see all the lines like way down here, but it's just because it's showing all the volume has been high. So that's kind of where it shows the window. You have to scroll out a little bit just to see, but it's on its way down, which is good. It means it's kind of confirming our trade. And once they cross this dashed line and come into seller's territory, we'll go ahead and place this here. Once they all line up, literally once they all line up, once you've confirmed all those things, turquoise crosses, momentum crosses down in seller's territory, the red crosses up, showing that sellers have momentum in the market. As soon as these cross down in seller's territory, they all line up, enter the trade. That's the Sensei strategy in a nutshell. That's what we've got from it so far. So any more questions? Q&A. If no one's got any more questions, you guys at least get some value. Did everyone understand that? Does it make sense? Do I need to explain?
Yo,
anything
what
further?
time, like, not what time frame, but what time are you usually like getting onto the scanner and looking at these potential setups?
Okay. So you want to look at the scanner. I think the scanner has more open opportunities at the beginning of each session, right? So I wake up in the morning around 7:30, 7:45, do my thing, like drink water, grab breakfast, whatever, sit down, and the first thing I do is open up my charts. If I had a previous trade from the night before, literally the first thing I do when I wake up is grab my laptop, and I check what's going on. But for this specifically, yeah, I get on about 7:45 or 8 o'clock, and just that's the times that have, like I said, the best setups, the most setups to choose from as well. Because like I said, you want to be a little choosy with this one. You want to have some room to move for sure. So yeah, I get up at 7:45, 8. I'll look through every single one of these pretty much. You look through 15-minute one. Sometimes the 15-minute one, 15-minute candles, right? You're looking for a smaller take profits and stuff. So sometimes this isn't the best place to look, but I mean, two of my biggest trades have been from the 15-minute as well. So a good spot is also the 1 hour and 4 hour. And you just check what's going on here and see some of them. I don't know what the hell just happened. Yep, so this one's the same thing. It's kind of in the same area, but each like movement is like more pips though, because it's 1 hour is like a bigger chart, you know what I mean? So it's like a bigger move if you're on the 4 hour and 1 hour than the 15 usually. But I go through every single one of these. And sometimes when you get lower down, right? I don't know how often you guys use a scanner, but I'm gonna go down here. UCAD, this trade's probably already done. Yeah. See, so why is it doing that? Hold up, my bad, guys. It's the bar on the top is getting in my way. It's right there. There it is. Yeah, so as you see, we go farther down. The scan's already done. So this is no use to us. It already hit its entry and hit its take profits as far as it was going to, and it's already reversed. And that's because it was way down the line. Okay, the newer scans come up toward the top, right? That's just how the harmonic scanner works, which makes sense. See, this one's fresh, but this one I wouldn't take just because, I mean, if you look at the setup, you see how crammed it looks? I'm not going to take that with the Sensei strategy because there's just not a lot of room. Like, yeah, there's 37 pips there, but it's a buy. My momentum, nothing's in the right order right now. We have to wait for a lot to happen, a lot of movement for all of our momentums to secure and to indicate that this is truly a buy with the Sensei strategy. Could this be a buy? Absolutely, with the harmonic scanner. But for Sensei strategy specifically, we're looking for momentum because that is what makes it such a profitable, such a secure trade. So you're looking for more pips. You want to get on and start looking at the beginning of sessions. Beginning of sessions for sure. Look at the top of each of these ones. A lot of them will call out the same, which I've been seeing. Euro UAD is the top one right now. Actually, this is an old scan, so you just kind of got to play with it and make sure you find what's going on. And what I do is, so I have a little, you guys can see it here. This is my little notebook, right? Every day, I have a checklist. And every day other than a checklist as well, right? I have a trade watch list and then a trade list on the trades that I take. I'll show you guys a nice filled up one. So yeah, right over here on the left-hand side, I have my watch list. So I go through these. And this is going to be really helpful. And this is the ones I actually entered, and I write down my profits and whatever else too, right? If I actually took them. So they kind of move from my left to my right. Well, the Sensei strategy, it's helpful to write down what strategies you're looking, or sorry, what pairs you're looking at, what movement you're looking at, because we're waiting for these confirmations. So you don't want to miss the trade. What pair is that? Does anyone remember? Is GBP something? GBP JPY, right? There it is. So right now, my confirmations are not all there, but they're close, and I know that there's room. So I don't want to miss this. So I'm going to go in my book, and I'm going to write down hot Forex, GBP JPY, or a GJ M15 sell. That's all I'm going to write down. And then what that does, I'm going to list them. My trading plan calls for 1 to 5 trades a day. 3 on average, and I'm going to write down 1 to 5 trades. This is going to be my number 1 trade right now. And I'm going to just use that to go back and use my book, go back to my book, and check which ones I'll go back and be like, okay, GJ on hot Forex in minute 15. What's it looking like for Sensei? Is it looking like it's about to set up? Am I going to watch it for the next 15 minutes and see if all my confirmations come? And if they do, that's when I enter, and then I'll cross it off on the left on my trade watch, and then I'll put it over on my trade list for that day right on the other page, and then I'll track it. So I'll track all my losses and my take profits and stuff for that as well. So that's just how I do it. Anything else, guys? Any other questions?
You have questions in the chat.
Questions in the chat. Where we at? You guys are really making me learn this thing here on my computer. All right.
Yo, bro, do you ever do this on your actual phone or no?
You can. So
Wow.
you can get on the harmonic scanner on your phone because it synchronizes once you log in. You just go right up there and you click on your Sensei strategy and you can see it. It's just harder. I like to trade on my laptop because it's bigger. You can manipulate more things and be a little more precise. So I have not personally done it on my phone, no. But yes, you can use this strategy just as long as you can use the harmonic scanner. Same way.
Thank you.
Yep. So for the section, Bree, did I already answer that question for you? Section DMI, blue lines that's across the 3 sections. Yep.
Yeah.
So this as well, or can you? So scalping, yes. Since have you not seen tendencies? So GBP pairs seem to have the highest and the quickest movement, and because this is momentum, right? This is based off momentum with the trade. That's perfect for us because once we're in momentum, there's like not a lot of drawdown or none at all. And GBP pairs are volatile. So, I mean, especially GJ, it should move pretty quickly for us. And that's perfect. So not even talking about scalping in general, just trading those 2 pairs in general with the Sensei strategy usually calls for a pretty quick profit. And scalping, yes. So literally so far, this is 100% accurate for me. Once all those confirmations hit, and you enter the trade, it's been 100% accurate for me so far. Yes, I've lost a trade because I literally did last night, but that's because we're still learning. We're always learning, and I moved my parameters, which was silly. So we just learned from that, and we just we grow and we move on, but won't make that same mistake again. But scalping, yes. I mean, the guy in the video that I'll send you guys for the setups to help you set up all these indicators, he talks strongly about being able to get in and get out of the market. He gets in, sees a setup, he's probably out within 45 minutes, maybe even 15, 30 minutes, because he will play such a large lot size because it is so successful. He'll place such a large lot size because it's so successful, and he'll be able to secure his profits quickly and then get right out. So yes, you can scalp. GBP pairs have been the best so far. Yes, we need to, Matt, for sure. I say if we all have this in our harmonic scanner, there should be no reason why we don't have 1 to 2 setups a day. every day. If the whole squad's looking and like calling it out, I mean, think about it, guys. You can leverage higher because it's so successful, and we have 1 to 2 calls a day. We have 1 to 2 call outs a day for this. I mean, 100 pips, 100 pip move. I mean, 30 to 50 pips a day in profit with no drawdown or no losses is good, depending on how you look at your trading plan or your strategies or how you want to profit and take percentage of whatever you profit, and then reinvest the rest in your trading or grow your trading account or whatever, right? But I mean, 100 pips a day with this strategy it's going to grow quick. I know that for a fact. It'll grow your account real quick. Be patient for sure, because that's what I've lost out on recently in the last week. I was down to I was at a $300 account, down to 100 after 2 months of just kind of taking stuff here and there, learning, trading oil when I shouldn't trade oil, trading news, just doing a bunch of stuff. And then finally I got disciplined, wrote myself a plan, got strategies. And with this alone, I mean, I grew 300% in 3 days. So it's definitely valuable, but you definitely need to be patient, because after that, I kind of felt on top of the world. I was like, hell yeah, anytime I enter something that has to do with the sensei strategy, and then I even went so far as to, I didn't wait for all the confirmations. Stupid. It's not the sensei strategy. Sensei strategy is you wait for all of those confirmations. If all those confirmations are in, go for it. Don't take it early. I know you're going to lose some pips. This is what you're going to do. You're going to take 2 sensei trades. You're going to be like, oh my God, this is great. I'm in a bunch of profit, made a lot of money really quick. And then the next one's going to come up and you're like, oh, I got to go do this, or I can't be my phone or my laptop. And they're like, oh, it's almost there. I'm just going to take it. And then you take it and then hit your stop loss. So just make sure you stay disciplined with it for sure. And that would just be my biggest, point there. I think that is all, guys. If you guys don't have any other questions, we can wrap this up now. We got anything? Nothing. All right. Well, first off, thank you guys. I appreciate you guys being on here. I'm definitely probably going to do another one of these. We got, I'll say 19 in the chat now. So 19 of you guys got it. But we got 50 plus people to impact in that chat. So if you guys got anything from this, make sure you let me know. Hit the chats with it for sure. We need to really kind of coin this strategy and take off with it. Let me see if I can drop the link in the chat for you guys. Feel free to help me out with this too. Let's see. Get it? Hey, there we go. Did you guys get that through the chat or no? Is it not something? There it is. So go ahead and copy and paste that. And that's the video you need to watch. It'll set up everything for you. Oh, and then for any of you guys who were on last night, let me see if I can find my GA trade that I'll show you guys about how you want to be patient. Where is it? And that's there it is. All right, so I'm gonna block out all this real quick. None of that happened yet, right? What happened was, this is where the harmonic scan called for a buy. And if you wait for all this momentum, this is where I ended up entering, right? So I entered here at the white line. My take profit was the green line. None of this had happened yet. So right before I went to bed, right, I moved my stop loss, like I just said, right? My stop loss was down here, like it should have stayed. But instead, for some reason, I was like, no, I don't like how big that stop loss is, even though there's no reason to even be negative about the trade, because you need to trust the trade because it's a sensei strategy and it's going to hit. So you kind of just got to give the market room to play a little bit here and there, because we're going for, I mean, 175 pips right there, 180 pips. And my other one I left open, and when I woke up, it was up here. This is where price was when I woke up this morning, way up here. So 240 pips on one of them and 180 pips on the other. So do the math. That's a lot. And I was in at a pretty decent lot size too. But what happened is before I went to bed, for some reason, I was like, you know what, I'm going to move the stop loss a little bit. I don't like that. So I literally moved it up into here. Literally like where these wicks are is where I put my stop loss, somewhere right around here. So price instantly when I went to sleep, it drew down a little bit. I went to bed around 1. So it drew down, yeah, right here, 1 o'clock, whatever. Drew down, hit London, making its actual move, right? And now it's going to consolidate, play around, match each other a little bit here and there, and then it's going to really take off. And as he, once it gets back to that line, done. So if I would have just kept this here, it would have been good. So stay disciplined with it for sure. I say you mark up your trades too. This is what I do. I copied over into TradingView and just write down all my different parameters where I entered, stuff like that. So yeah, I would also advise you guys to do that as well. But if that is all, stop me if anyone has questions. If you need that video, we will all have that link, so send it out to your teams as well. Get everyone on this wave for sure. I appreciate you guys for being on. And that's about it. Hopefully I'll be on soon to do one for what up?
Drop your IG.
Let me drop that for you guys too. Let's see, I gotta get the upgraded Zoom for sure. There's the IG right there. So I also trade another strategy real quick before I go. I trade another strategy with the Harmonic Scanner called the Pitchfork strategy. Chance and Samantha Ghanem are the educators that trade that really well. I'm on a lot of their live sessions, watch a lot of videos on that. I can show you guys how to do the Pitchfork strategy too. So make sure you let me know whether you got value from this or not. And I definitely want to see you guys out there eating from this strategy. So let's get it. Thank you guys for being on, and I'll talk to you later. Peace.